bit.
We live in the Cove, part of Panama City, and what I can remember of the storm, it was horrific. And they say sounds like a freight train, and it actually did. I heard it. It scared me, and I got 20, 25, 30 years in law enforcement. First time I ever been scared. And I watched the trees go and roofs go. Stood in my doorway and watched my trees dance. And your brother's tree across the street was just dancing in the wind, dance back and forth. And I watched them go. It was bad. It was bad. That was a bad storm. Sorry.
That's okay.
And you can talk to her. I felt the house rock. Took our roof. Took our trees. Electric. Well, everything's gone. It's desolate. It's just worse than war zone. Don't say good about it. You can understand a war zone, but this is God's wrath. Bad. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
What was your experience, Barbara?
My experience, I think, was when I heard a boom. And I got up and I looked, and the whole ceiling in our dining area was on the floor.
Yeah.
And the rain was coming in. And I had heard, we had 3/4 inch plywood over our 8-foot sliding glass door. And it was rocking back and forth. It was screwed in tight. But it was, you could hear the wind coming through underneath the plywood. And I didn't know if it was going to stay.
Right.
And we just sat. I mean, you know, that's all you can do when something like that is coming through, is just be still.
That's a powerful wind that can lift the house on its foundation.
So the ceiling came down in the dining area and in the kitchen area. All the ceiling, which meant we lost our roof.
That was from the rain.
Well, the roof stayed, but the tile was coming off, flying off everywhere. It's all over the yard. And the mercy of God, and your brother, Lee, had a tarp. And the next morning, he was over here putting tarp on the top of our house. And he was taking care of us because his wife, Barbara, was gone, you know, with the children. Thank God they weren't not here.
It was bad.
So really we're blessed because our bedroom stayed intact. The hallway started leaking around the air conditioning unit because it's in the attic. So it was leaking.
It's hard,
really,
hard to describe.
All of our ceiling needs to be replaced.
It's hard
and the
to
roof.
describe.
We've got to have a new roof. But we still have a home.
Can't imagine it. Ripping the top of the tree off and throwing it over top of the house, from the front yard to the backyard. So that's terrific wind, and the rain was terrible, like a fog.
How long did that last?
About 45 minutes, because I looked out twice and I couldn't see your brother's house. I couldn't see the road. It was just straight line rain. Like it was rain, but it was like a fog. If you ever drove in fog, you know what I meant. It's terrible. It was coming down by the tons. Terrible.
Well, it started out like a number 2, and then I thought, well, maybe that won't be so bad, and we'll be ready. We had things, you know, to eat. We had prepared for that, and a little cash, like you normally do. And then it went to a 3. And I thought, oh my, this is not good. And then it went to a 4. And I thought of New Orleans when they, you know, had the 5. And I thought, oh my God, this is the worst we've ever been through. It was the worst we've ever been through.
The reports a 117-mile-an-hour wind come down the street. That's a lot of wind, all at once.
Yeah.
So that's about all I can say about it.